Zandi Experience is the latest project Google has opened up to South Africans. 12 iconic South African areas have been mapped and loaded online. Tourists can now experience the stunning country, and South Africans who didn't previously have access to areas like the Kruger Park can soak up all they have to offer.
When you go onto Street View, and you will see the South African Gallery that just showcases iconic areas around South Africa that people can go explore on Street View. And South Africa is also a really beautiful country. It's a great way to kind of showcase not just its beauty, but also to showcase the African continent to the world.
With education being an important focus for this initiative, Wi-Fi, data, and access to devices continue to be one of the major concerns.
Well, that is an ongoing challenge, the extent to which we broaden connectivity and make the internet more accessible to more people. Devices, the good news in South Africa is that even low-income people, the devices are very widespread. The ownership of a cell phone, and there are many ways that we've managed to achieve that. Having more free Wi-Fi areas becomes a big challenge, but what we would like to see ultimately, it's not just cities, but to see it in buses, to see it on trains, to see it in more and more establishments, people offering free Wi-Fi, so that device that they've got, which is either called a tablet or called a cell phone, that they're able to get the best possible use out of that device at the lowest possible cost.
The Google Street View collection, which gives 360-degree imagery of South Africa's most beautiful locations, will allow education and access like never before seen in the country.
Even South Africans don't know their national parks very well. We produce a number of products like loyalty cards, free access or cheap access cards. We have 1 week per year where we allow South Africans to visit their parks free of charge entirely. With Google, this crosses boundaries entirely, where people from around the world can now see places inside national parks that they would not have been able to get familiar with at all.
People firstly use technology to plan their trips, to plan their travels, and secondly, in going into the websites and going into these virtual tours, it creates this strong desire to go and experience it for yourself.
Last year, Google announced a similar initiative on Robben Island, which allowed anyone with access to the internet to experience the historical site and take audio-visual tours.